Hi, welcome everyone. My name is Dr. Ryan Kime. I'm a former emergency doctor and holistic nutritionist. Here, I want to help you with your gut health so you can live your best life. Thank you and welcome to my four-part mini-series that focuses just on my own gut health journey. I hope that by sharing some of these ideas and experiences with you, you can see that you can also achieve these results and you can do it yourself. I will help you, but hopefully some of the value here is that you see how many mistakes I've made and how circuitous my journey has been to reaching my best health ever age 50. So in this four-part series, that's what we're going to focus on. We're going to focus on where did Ryan find and discover gut healing and why did he try to change his whole life around it. All right, the first part, let's start from burnout to backcountry. As an emergency physician, my life was hectic. My work life was busy, unpredictable, intense, and adrenaline driven. And it was often physically depleting. It would take me several days sometimes to recover after many shifts in a row, night shifts, or shifts where I was disrupting my sleep schedule on a day shift off, on a night shift off, on a morning schedule. That type ruined my sleep schedule. I didn't appreciate how much it affected me. And in terms of my nutrition, I was just trying to get through the day. I didn't have any program, although I knew that I didn't want to eat fast food or typical Western diet. I did snack. I had Doritos, I had Sprite, and then I would eat a sandwich, right? And then I would have a piece of fruit, maybe, usually some chips, but I would have Sun Chips instead of Doritos, hoping that some of these healthier choices would get me through. One of my favorite snacks during an ER shift, if it was busy, was actually peanut butter and jelly. I thought that peanut butter sustained me, yet little did I know after I learned about gut health all of these foods, typical American Western diet, was actually causing me harm. Well, you live and you learn, and so that's what I was trying to do. Uh, Outside of the ER, I found a lot of rejuvenation and enjoyment in my skiing. I've done this since I was a kid, but I put it away during my 10 years of medical training. And then it was off and on during my time as an emergency physician practicing at the bedside. And what I would learn though is I trained to learn how to take care of others, but I was actually neglecting myself. My lifestyle was completely out of sync with my values. It was back and forth, back and forth. I survived on sugar. I skipped lots of meals and I was suffering with lots of cravings. I was bloated. I was gassy. I had brain fog. I had trouble focusing. I was irritable. But I didn't think of it at the time. I just thought it was part of the stress of the job. Everyone seemed to be doing it, some better than others, but we just kind of put it off. And that's when I say I didn't neglect myself and I think it starts with your food. Uh, the physical symptoms I explained, the mental symptoms I explained, reactive mood, fog, forgetfulness, low motivation, trouble concentrating, cravings. Emotionally, I felt disconnected from my body and my purpose, and my ski days eventually suffered. They eventually started to suffer. I didn't have the endurance or the enjoyment to get more out. I had to come off the mountain. I always wanted to be safe. And when I got super tired, then it wasn't safe to be on the mountain, regardless of the difficulty of slope. So I realized that my performance was cut short. And the fact that I was alternating between family and work and then trying to get up skiing, it was not working. It was completely out of balance. So my goals for you is to understand how ignorant I was, understand how I wasn't aware or intentional about what was happening, see how I was overlooking many of the symptoms of gut health and a poor gut. I'm sure I had a leaky gut, and build awareness around these issues. So, where did this go? Well, I was really getting the emergency room was burning me out. I was physically depleted, and I wanted to find more enjoyment in my skiing. I loved my time in the mountains, everything about it. And at this point, I was still only inside the resort, just doing laps on a regular chair, and I didn't know much more. Well, there's more to come and a big turnaround, and I appreciate you following. This is only part one of a four-part mini series. Thank you so much. I love to you all, and see you next time. Bye.